Hi everyone. Thank you for supporting my channel. I hope today is fantastic for everyone. Please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up before the video begins. According to a recent episode of 90 Day Fiance, Happily Ever After, Brandon and Julia Gibbs are expecting a child. The couple's original intention was to try to conceive after returning from their trip, but fate had other ideas. Fans may also remember this. While on vacation, the two were pregnant. Supporters are ecstatic for the two as well. They are aware, though, that a lot of the couple's serious problems have been brought on by Ron and Betty Gibbs. Julia hoped Brandon would be less affected by his parents now that they were no longer living with him. However, that doesn't appear to be altering. Now, Brandon wants to tell his family the big news, but it doesn't seem like a wise move. Will it get worse if you notify Brandon's parents about the pregnancy? To find out, continue reading. Brandon Gibbs and Julia Gibbs are expecting. The couple from 90 Day Fiance, Happily Ever After, disclosed that they became pregnant while on vacation in Europe. Fans may remember Julia's appearance on The Last Resort, where she discussed her infertility problems. She acknowledged that she was advised by a Russian doctor that she would never become pregnant. The fact that she was afraid to see another doctor shortly after, but Brandon persuaded his wife to visit a U.S. specialist. According to the specialist, women may have trouble getting pregnant because of uterine polyps. She provided some health updates back in August. The expectant mother also reported having cystitis, irregular periods, and thyroid issues. She did, however, add that she was optimistic and grateful for the support from her fans. After returning from their much-needed vacation, 90 Day Fiance, Happily Ever After showed how content Julia and Brandon were. Additionally, the pair disclosed that they have not communicated with Gibbs' parents. Before they attempted to conceive, fans may recall that Ron and Betty were furious with Brandon for quitting his job to travel with Julia. The parents believed their son was not focused on his priorities. Brandon feels that the pair should inform his parents of their impending pregnancy. The announcement will smooth out things between the four of them, he claims. Additionally, he believes that his parents' disagreement will be resolved as a result of this significant news. But that looks like a horrible idea. Fans have seen Brandon's parents' excessive protectiveness. When Julia left Russia, their concern seemed sincere, but the couple required some room. There were moments when it seemed as though Julia was the story's primary antagonist. However, Ron and Betty need to realize that their son is an adult and has a family of his own. They must refrain from interfering in their son's marriage. Even though it's obvious that the parents attempt to control their marriage, Brandon occasionally seems to tolerate it. In an attempt to win support, he has occasionally let his parents become embroiled in his and Julia's disputes. He must realize that he will soon become a father and that it is necessary to establish some limits with his parents. One of the hardest things in the world is raising a child, and nobody would put up with their parents having unplanned tantrums. For more 90 Day Fiance news, return often to TV season and spoilers. Julia and Brandon Gibbs, the happily ever after couple from 90 Day Fiance, are about to become parents. The pair talked about their first ultrasound in a recent episode. Dr. Mayer greeted Julia as they walked inside the clinic and requested her to take a seat on the bed. The examination started shortly after. First, the doctor inquired about her health. Julia acknowledged feeling a little strange and claimed to be hungover every day.